Well, hi, kiddos. I've made this little movie. It's really a movie within a movie. Several years ago, I compiled a box of 8mm films that I had saved for decades. I guess back when I was 13 or so, I had a toy. Was given at Christmas or something, an 8mm camera. I took all sorts of little movies, and then I saved them. And as it turns out, the movies that I made were from about Christmas of 1960 through the spring of 61. And that's just, a mere 8 or 9 months before my mother passed away. So I found these, and then I had Curtis maybe 15 years ago. I gave them to Curtis, and he put them on a DVD. And people don't look at DVDs anymore, and it was real scratchy. And so I turned them over to kind of a technology guy, and he put it on a link for me. He made it into a little movie. And there's still a lot of crazy, irrelevant black space on this thing. And of course, when you're 13 years old, you're kind of a nerd with a camera. And I took a lot of just, pictures of things and trees and whatever. It's kind of worthless, but I did get some great shots. Little vignettes of my mom and dad around Christmas time. In fact, the thing's going to open up with our going over just a short little clip. I didn't know what I was doing, so I forgive the photo lack of skills here. We went to Curtis and Jackie's little duplex. They'd been married maybe 6 months. This is January of 1960. This is 60 years ago. And as my friend was telling me, who made this little video for me, I'm going to show you. He said, people are dying now to find this kind of black and white, staticky looking stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it. There'll be some pauses, some stops and starts, because I'm going to pause this and fast forward through the video so you won't have to sit there and wonder what I'm doing. But it'll start out with a little short scene. I'm not going to stop the video and pause at the places that I just think are so special. You'll see one scene at Christmas where my dad leans over and kisses my mom. And it just captures the way I remember them being so affectionate and kind toward each other. And then I'll just let it run and won't make any comments. But when you get this, and I'm converting this into a YouTube for you, you can fast forward or reverse it or pause it and look at the little places that you see. And again, they're kind of scratchy and it's black and white and there's no sound. So it's a real departure from all the slick little things we can do now with our iPhones. But let me get started here with this. And here we go. Of course, that's Curtis and Jackie. And right here is Curtis and Jackie. That's my parents walking away. Not sure what's next here. This is Christmas at my best friend's house down the street. That's his grandparents. There's Meade, mom and dad. There we go. There's my dad. That's our house on Powers Ferry Road, which you can barely see now because the trees are so grown up, but that's where I grew up. It's my mom's 58 Buick. Just a great place to live and grow up, 5 acres. Here's our nearest neighbor. Great photography, huh? Those are people across the street. And now if you drive down Paris Ferry Road, you'll see it's just completely changed. It's my best friend's house. I had to zoom in on that. dusty and rusty. There's my beautiful mom. This is what a 13-year-old takes pictures of. Now we're having Christmas at our house with the same friends coming over and some additional friends. I think my mom was having a little wine here. And there's my friend down the street named Meade Wilson. He lives in South Carolina now. Of course, that's me. My mother loved people. Okay, well, the next few things you're going to see is you should watch Curtis and me playing pool. I'm 14 years old, maybe 13, almost 14. He's 21. And then I think right after that, not too long after that little clip, you'll see where on my 14th birthday, Curtis and my mom uh, did a surprise birthday party for me. I was in the 8th grade at Sandy Springs High School at the time, and they invited a bunch of my friends from Grammar Elementary School and Sandy Springs High School, 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. Like I played on a junior varsity football team, and so a lot of those guys that were in the 9th and 10th grade, they came. And you're going to see kind of a happy days little party with the record player, the hi-fi in the corner, and the girls dancing in the jitterbug, and watch your dad be a complete nerd opening his presents, of course, in the midst of all his girlfriends, with his boyfriends looking on. So have fun with this part too. Let me get this set up for you. Here we go. Had a great downstairs rec room with a pool table and shuffleboard and fun place to live. Curtis was my hero. Here's the party. The thing to remember here, this is just 9 months before my mother passed away. It's just so incredible how close we were and how much fun we were having together. She had been through so much already, uh, but she was amazing, very giving. There's Curtis. And the best part, opening the presents. I can't believe I thought this was done by 7 and 8-year-olds, and here are 14, 15-year-olds opening presents like they're in the second grade. There are people in these pictures that I'm still in touch with, that I'm still wishing happy birthday to after 60 years. And of course, my favorite time of the year was when it snowed. And you'll see two of my friends kind of having a kids' snowball fight. Just two guys that were in my neighborhood. This is January 1960. There's my dad coming out, and he's going to get in his Falcon ranch wagon, which is the first car I drove. That's our little Baptist, that's Buckhead Baptist Church on Roswell Road. I'm going to stop it right there. Next little bit, I'm not sure what we're going to see. I think it's going to be my mom's yard. She had on Powers Ferry Road, we just had a beautiful garden in the front yard that she made, and had tulips and my favorite azaleas, those boxwoods. Remember cutting that grass a lot. It's where I played baseball, the front yard there. I think we'll see my mom and dad coming out for church in just a minute. We were the family that went to church on Sunday morning and Sunday night and Wednesday night. Stop right there. Okay, there's not much left, but next thing you're going to see is kind of a dark church inside of a church, a little clip of, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got in the balcony of the church and filmed the church service. My mother was in the choir. I think Curtis was in the choir too. And then, but you can't see much, but you can get a glimpse. It's just a classic Baptist church sanctuary look with the choir director and all that stuff. And then I'll move right in, and right away you'll see a picture. That June of 60, my mom and my dad and I, we drove from Atlanta to Houston to see Aunt Mabel. And on the way, we stopped in Birmingham, I think, and spent the night. And I took some pictures of them at the pool. Of course, you'll see me taking pictures of them, and also a couple of the younger chicks sunbathing. And don't think less of me, please. Um, and then you'll see my dad and my mom getting in and out of the pool. And then I'm not sure where it goes from there, but it's almost over. The torture's almost over. Hang on. Here we go. My mom is somewhere in that choir. There's the pastor, Reverend Herbert E. Hyde, baptized me when I was 12. There are my parents at the pool. She's got on the bathing cap. Classic Holiday Inn. Here we go, a little zoom in on the local beauty. My dad right there. Here's my mom sunbathing. Stop it right there. This is just a bunch of craziness going on here. Hang on. Well, I actually thought there was some more, but it was just some crazy filming of the zoo in New Orleans. We went through New Orleans on the way to Houston and stopped off, and I saw a friend from the 6th grade, and we went to the zoo, and I didn't think you needed to see all the tigers and lions again in my great photography excursion. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It's not the greatest edit ever, but I wanted you to have it, and now you have a little taste of what it was like to see my mom and dad. They were fantastic, and you would have, I know you love my dad, and you would have adored my mother. She was incredible. Love you all so much. Take care.